Let's talk about college. Preparing for college can be incredibly hard, especially since, unfortunately, you may be a first gen college student. You may be someone of super low income. You may be a woman of color, a person of color. And especially right now, during the political times under the Trump administration, it is harder now than ever to understand the college journey. So, come with me. I'll try to help you and I'll try to teach you as best as I can. For those who don't know, I'm Cecile Lopez. I have been on this social media somewhat journey for the past couple of years now, and I am a first gen college graduate. I graduated from UT Austin in May of 2022 with a double major and a double minor. I wouldn't say full ride scholarship, but I will say that I got a lot of scholarships to the point that I had no student loans and I had paid off all my apartment needs while living in college, paid off some of my car, my books, my laptop, and thankfully I don't have any student loans. And obviously I was in college during the time of COVID, so there was a whole other system internationally against me. And not to mention too, unfortunately, I didn't have family support because of our big cultural Mexican community on our shoulders and really like hindering me to be as successful and the personal beliefs of my parents as to the way a perfect Mexican daughter should be. Hence why I'm making these videos. So now that I gave you a big minute of why I'm making these videos, I hope you can understand why I want to give tips to everybody out there who are preparing for college and what to do the summer before entering senior year and the senior year of high school itself. So I'm going to give you guys as many tips as I can, but for this video, I'm going to make 5 tips. And I hope now that you have heard my story, you can see that I have the credentials to talk about all these things. If some of you follow me through my TikTok, you know that I actually went earlier this week to college tours with my sister. And that's actually the number one thing I recommend everyone doing as soon as possible, but probably more in state than out of state because of tuition. So let's get down to what is college tours and what you should be asking on college tours. With college tours, it's very important to sign up for them through online websites. Unfortunately, not everybody has the ability to go travel so far to go to that college tour, but thankfully, the advancement of technology has allowed us to visit colleges through virtual tours, again, signing up through their websites. You can go do a general tour with the whole college itself, or you can do a college virtual tour with the specific major that you want. Majors, again, are fields of study. So if your field of study, example, mine was psychology, and so mine is under this umbrella or this department called liberal arts. If you wanted to study something in engineering, then that would be the College of Science, or the ability to study fine arts, like theater or something, right? It's in the fine arts department. There's all sorts of different ways in order to find out whatever major belongs to what department. Either way, those college tours are super important because it gives you this ability to see what the college campus is like. Not every college campus is walkable. Not every college campus has the privilege for you to live at home with mom and dad and for you to just drive over there. Not every college campus has the ability for you to live on campus. And so it's really important to see those different types of comparisons. And those college tours are incredibly vital. Do not sign up to go to that college. Do not agree to say yes to go to that college until you ask these questions and compare and contrast all these different colleges based on the answers they have from your questions. I don't want this video to be super long, so I'm just going to add 3 major questions you should be asking on your college tour. Again, if you want more questions, please comment them down below, and I will see if I can make a whole other video of what you should be asking on college tours. But again, you are comparing majors, trying to see if you want to live on campus, if that college has free tutoring, because some colleges do not have free tutoring to help you with those classes that they have. Also, if you are required to live on campus, at least for me, I didn't realize that was a thing. It didn't occur to me until way later. And so going to those college tours really allowed me to get so much information. And thankfully, now that I'm taking my sister to the college tours, like as an adult, as her guardian, and just everything in between, it's really, really nice to finally feel this sense of relief, being like, okay, like, although I was lost, I did check off a lot of boxes, and I don't want you guys to feel lost. And so I was able to really help my sister and like guide her towards the things that she has to consider when applying for colleges. Thing number 2, to prepare yourself as a high school senior for college, preparing for college. You need to learn how to make your bed. You need to learn how to cook, how to clean the bathroom. You really got to step up your game. I do not care that you do not have enough time in the morning. You have to make the time. Even if you don't go to college and you go to a trade school, or you decide to take a couple of gap years to get some money and then go, that's fine. The thing is that you have to make these incredibly good habits in order to be an adult. In order to be a successful adult of any age, of any journey, especially a college journey, you have to have the good habits of knowing how to cook and clean, cleaning up after yourself, washing your own clothes, and genuinely just making your bed. It's really easy, unfortunately, to fall into depression just due to the fact that once you're an adult, everything is even more overwhelming because you are solely responsible for you. And although parents can be very supportive and try their best to raise you, they obviously are humans as well. And sometimes maybe they will limit your ability to fully grow up because they help you so much that you don't really get to experience the real world, or you don't really get to take the responsibilities that you should. You should be able to wash your clothes by the age of like 15. Some parents love their kids and help them out as much as possible, which makes sense. Kids don't know how to manage their time. But you have to step up. You are becoming an adult, and that is the biggest skill you will ever need in your whole entire life. Make your bed, clean, learn how to cook, and wash your clothes. Looking for scholarships. I actually made a video on this actually a year ago, and I may update that video. Gotta see how this video turns out. But you have to look for scholarships and start applying for them as soon as possible. I didn't realize scholarships were even open or that I qualified for them before senior year. And maybe you did the same thing I did because, right, no one is guiding us as a first gen. No one is telling us what's going on. And that's perfectly okay, but you got to step up your game. You got to step it up. You got to go full sprinting towards those scholarships. I don't care if it's $500. I don't care if it's $100. I don't care if it's $100,000. You will apply to those scholarships. And whether it has an essay, a video, a breakdance, a movie skit that you have to perform, or whatever, you will apply to those scholarships. There is no room for embarrassment when you are working so hard to be a successful person. You just have to try. And nothing will be perfect. And that's something that you have to reassure yourself when applying for these scholarships. You just have to try your best. And everything will work out, but you really do have to apply to as many scholarships as possible and keep up with the deadlines by putting them on your calendar, on your phone, putting them on your wall calendar, on your calendar for like of an agenda, which is what I have, and really break them down. Again, I will make another video of how to time manage because there's just so many things and nitpick pockets and like nitpick subjects to go along with how to time manage or how to break down scholarships so that you don't like overwhelm yourself and do it last minute. And like, I will just help you as much as possible, but please look for the scholarships through Google and apply. Every sense of your identity, every part of your identity helps you in looking for those scholarships. Again, check out my last video of how to look for scholarships that I posted a year ago on my YouTube channel. Number 4, limiting your social life. You have to understand that now, right, before you had grades, friends, after school activities, and maybe a job. And that's so wonderful. And I'm so happy for you because you deserve to live a happy, fulfillful life with memories and everything else in between. However, again, being a first gen is really hard. And if you have ADHD, autism, bipolar, depression, anxiety, borderline personality disorder, or whatever else that could be out there, please, please, please do not beat yourself up for being unable to be perfect or to do everything. And so, with that being said, number four is really not just limiting your social life, it's more about building your self esteem. Even if you decide to go to trade school, or like I say, take gap years, or work full time and only go to school part time, you will feel this overwhelming sense of insecurities just because of the fact that like life is just not easy. And even if you had a perfect life, it's still really hard because college is challenging. College is incredibly challenging for anybody, from the richest of the rich to literally the people who are unfortunately unhoused. And the matter of the fact is that whether it's college or just living a normal 9 to 5 job, that is perfectly okay. You will feel an overwhelming sense of insecurities because of the way we think success should look like. We only see people at the end of their success journey and not really like when they're going through it. And believe me, guys, I've been through it. I've been through a lot, especially like I said, I went to college during COVID. My parents did not really support my decision, coming from a very Mexican, traditional, conservative family, very poor, low income. If you see my TikTok videos, you know, right? Like, it's just a lot. And especially if you started with my TikTok when I was back in college, I did a lot of crying. Like, it was rough. It was rough out here. But you just really have to build up your self esteem. And I wish I did that when I was a senior in high school. I wish I did those affirmation like videos and those dorky things that like you write on your notebook. And yeah, sometimes you can feel a little awkward and uncomfortable and even embarrassed, but that's okay because the whole thing is that you are supposed to love yourself. You are not supposed to be embarrassed or feel small when someone else is succeeding or when you yourself got a B when you should have gotten an A. Like, you have to understand that other circumstances are coming through, but you really have to build up your self-esteem in all ways because you have to reassure yourself and emotionally regulate yourself when challenging things occur, whether that's with friends, with family, or academics. So please, number four is building up your self-esteem. Number five is looking for academic resources that can help you finish the college applications. Examples: fee waivers. I am very low income, so I have the free lunch program. Due to that, the free lunch program allows you to basically have fee waivers or coupons so that you don't really have to pay for every time you take the SAT tests because it costs money. Every time you apply to a college, again, it costs money. It costs $100 per application. And if you don't get accepted, they do not return the money to you. It also costs money to go on college tours. The college tour itself may be free, but for example, if you have to drive over there, that's a tank of gas. If you have to eat over there for breakfast and lunch, that's another, like, at least a good $30 if it's just you. If you have to take the bus, if for whatever reason, like, food spilled on me, I had to change my clothes like twice. It was just crazy. You have to buy everything. And not only that, you also have to remember the fact that you're going to need a laptop when you go to college. So looking for those programs that help you be successful, like, are amazing. Again, thankfully, I had this scholarship counselor lady in my high school that helped me realize and connect me to those resources. So I had scholarships like through her that she helped me find, and then that I found on my own. She told me about the fee waiver stuff, and then I went ahead and go look for them. I also applied for a program to get a laptop. I didn't get it, but some of my other friends did qualify and did get it and everything. Like, I didn't get it. I don't know why. I think it was just selected at random, or it was selected like first come, first serve. But there was just so many different opportunities to really help me. And honestly, it took a weight off my shoulders. So I hope you guys can also look for that yourself. Maybe a counselor is not looking to connect you because there's just too many students at your school, or unfortunately, counselors have so much workload in high schools and just in general. So try yourself to set up an appointment with your high school counselor and ask them about those resources. Again, I am putting up a set of questions on a Google Doc or something, or I will make an additional video just so it can be easier for everybody to look for. But please, please, please hook yourself up with those academic resources. Opportunities are not going to knock at your door. You have to go search for them. You have to go hunt for them. Especially as a first gen college student, you have to hunt for them terribly, terribly bad. No one on my mom's side of the family ever went to college. It was actually my mom and her brother and a sister that graduated high school. They were the first ones to graduate high school. Before that, my grandparents were they didn't know how to read or write. And I was never embarrassed of such a thing. I'm actually proud of such a thing. Because of that, unfortunately, the life that they had been given, the cards they were dealt, they have always been hunters for a job, for an opportunity, for anything to make ends meet. And I think that really helped me in my college journey. So I wanted to thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you guys liked it. And I hope that immigrant family experience that I have of them just being genuine hunters in modern day age also helps you be a hunter. You have to hunt for your opportunities. You have to hunt for success because it will never come knocking at your door. And although that may sound discouraging to some, it's incredibly empowering to others. And to me, it is empowering. You choose what you want. But I hope these 5 tips of what to do your high school senior year preparing for college really helped you. Please comment any questions. Please comment any tips that you want, or comment if you want another video for a part 2. I'm thinking of doing a preparing for college, like high school junior year and stuff like that, just to really break it down because honestly, I had a lot of questions, but thankfully, I'm a hunter. Mi mamá siempre me ha dicho que para eso tienes boca, para preguntar. And so, mi abuelita siempre ha dicho, dice, para eso es la comida, para comer. So, thank the universe you have everything necessary within you that you get to go ask questions. So, thank you so much. And I go, sorry. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. Please, please, please like my video. I'm trying really hard to be a successful YouTuber, but not just for me, for income wise, but just genuinely to help, again, our community. I think education is the most empowering thing in the universe, whether it's formal or informal. And formal as in like you get an actual paper from the college, like your degree, or informal as in you read a book and analyze it with other people to make sure that you understand what's going on in the world, in history, in science, in literature, in arts, in music, whatever it could be. So I hope you guys are ready to be joining the journey of being a successful adult. Thank you. Bye.